Hi everybody, thank you for coming. Today we're going to talk about the importance of the Amazon rainforest. Most of you will probably remember that a few months ago the news were reporting that the Amazon was on fire. According to the National Geographic, 76,000 fires were burning across the Amazon, destroying roughly 7,000 square miles of the Brazilian rainforest. That's about the size of New Jersey. Sadly, most of those fires were caused by humans. According to Anne Alencar, the director of science at the Amazon Environmental Research Institute, the majority of those fires were caused by deforestation. After the implementation of forest legislation in 2006, about 65% of deforestation declined in the Amazon. But unfortunately, in recent years, all of those gains have been lost due to agricultural activity in the rainforest. Scientists have continuously warned us about the effects of the destruction of the rainforest. Now let's take a look at why the Amazon is important for us. First, it's considered the lungs of the earth. Next, it secures the survival of the remaining indigenous people. And finally, it regulates the climate beyond its borders. Much of the information you will hear today came from the Amazon Aid Foundation, World Wildlife Fund, and the BBC short film, Amazon, the Lungs of the Planet. The Amazon is often referred to as the lungs of the earth. This big rainforest is literally breathing life into our planet. It's home to 1 in 10 species on Earth. Even though we think of the rainforest as a faraway place, it's a crucial part of our modern world. Dr. Trista Patterson states that trees are breathing organisms. They bring in carbon dioxide, store it as carbon, and release it as oxygen. This process makes trees invaluable to our existence. The Amazon can be described as a giant air filter. Dr. Sanjeevan, the lead scientist of the Nature Conservancy, says that the majority of our emissions from planes, buses, and cars, which are about 5 billion tons of them a year, are captured by the rainforest. Continued deforestation is an ongoing threat to our ecosystem. We think of the Amazon as a really faraway jungle without realizing that it's literally breathing life into our planet. Let's take a look at how the locals are directly affected by the deforestation of the rainforest. The biodiversity of the Amazon provides humans with lots of benefits, such as plants and animals for food, research, and medicine. It comes to no surprise that humans have been living in the Amazon for thousands of years. According to the Amazon Aid Foundation, there were about 6 million indigenous people living in the Amazon when white settlers arrived in the 15th century. Today, there's only about 1 million left of those indigenous people. Around 1/3 of the Amazon Indians that lived in the Amazon during 1900 are now extinct. This sharp decline was caused by European diseases such as smallpox and the flu, the enslavement to the rubber and sugar cane plantations, as well as massacres to claim their land, which was rich in resources. Today, the main threats to indigenous people still revolves around their lands. Oil and gas explorations, massive deforestation, and plans to industrialize the rainforest are all threats to the native Amazon tribes. It would rob them not only of their lands, water, and livelihood, but it would keep them from preserving their cultural traditions. The preservation of the Amazon rainforest is imperative for the survival of the indigenous tribes. Now let's take a look at why the Amazon is important to all of us. The Amazon rainforest plays a very important role to control the climate beyond its borders. According to Tracy Peterson, a freelance writer for Life Science, the Amazon River is the second largest in the world, just a little smaller than the Nile River, and 20% of Earth's fresh water flow through the Amazon River. This great size of the river provides countless species in the Amazon and is an essential ecosystem of plants, trees that help regulate climate around the world. The process of evapotranspiration, in which trees release water from their leaves, which then evaporates and creates clouds, influence the climate both locally and globally. This continued process maintains the balance of the rainforest ecosystem and regulates Earth's climate. The uptick in the ongoing deforestation of the Amazon creates instability and directly contributes to climate change. Logging disrupts the Amazon water cycle, which then causes a loss in precipitation and leads to desertation and longer droughts, and therefore more irregular climate is created. It is this delicate balance of the rainforest ecosystem that makes the survival of the Amazon important to the rest of us. So today we discussed the importance of the Amazon rainforest and how it affects us humans. First, we learned that the Amazon's function of breathing life into our planet by converting carbon dioxide to oxygen. And next we found that it is imperative for the survival of the remaining indigenous people. And lastly, we discovered how the Amazon River provides an ecosystem of plants and trees which helps regulate Earth's climate. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people."